Good morning, my name is James Cook and welcome to my vlog. So, it turns out that the fuel shortages are still a thing. Kind of annoying. Anyway, I've come to a friend's house and she's sort of, yeah. It's a bit of a renovation that's going on there, so I'm just sort of lending a hand, and I thought I'd rush out here and start the videoing process. I've just had a right faff, in fact, because what I was trying to do was copy footage from my camera to my phone so I could start editing it, and normally I just sort of plug it in, but and you know, it links up, and I've got a little USB micro SD card reader as well. The problem is that when I plugged that into the car, it how do I put this? The phone popped up with a message saying moisture detected, which was really irritating and weird, and then that wouldn't clear for ages. I tried restarting the phone, I mean, because I know there's no moisture in there, shouldn't be, so maybe it was like foreign debris or something. Annoying. So I'm gonna just have to wirelessly transfer footage to my phone if I need to do that from now on. So anyway, we've been battling technical issues so far this morning. God, this is hard work. I'm now sat in the car because the dash cam doesn't have enough battery to work sat up on the sofa in there. Oh great, it's now done 2 of the 9 videos I'm trying to download from this dash cam. You see, this is why I don't normally use Wi-Fi to transfer stuff, because, you know, it's slow. Anyway, mustn't complain, at least it's working. Sort of. Alright, that's not really what I wanted to talk about today. My troubles with downloading things has just been a sort of little incidental. What I do want to talk about, however, is sales of EVs in the UK. So for years we have watched as Norway has sold a really significant percentage of their new vehicles being battery electric, which is brilliant, and we've all been amazed. They've had some fantastic tax deals, and that's really helped to move everything forwards. And of course, still the fundamentals of electric vehicle ownership have kept them popular. I mean, in September, Norway sold 77.5% of new cars battery electric. I mean, that's just amazing. The rest of the world can only dream of such percentages. I mean, I remember even, you know, a couple of years ago in the UK, we were selling 1% of new cars battery electric. So yeah, I mean, there's a huge difference. 1% is like nothing, and that was considered pretty good at the time. But things have moved on quite a lot since then, and it's mainly been because of Tesla. I remember sort of back in the day, sort of, oh, I guess it would have been about 9 years ago now. I was watching something on YouTube, obviously, and it was a couple of analysts who were basically saying they thought Elon Musk was going to lose his shirt trying to design the Model S and build their first car from the ground up as electric. Obviously he didn't. He found a way to keep Tesla going through thick and thin, and over the years they've made some astounding progress, because it's a massive challenge building an organization of that size, especially a car manufacturer, because the thing about car manufacturing is it's a really capital intensive industry. You have to invest a huge amount of money before you stand any chance of making anything, and that's where the stock markets come in, I think, for Elon Musk mainly. He's done a very good job of using the stock market to support his business as it's grown through its various different sort of pains. I mean, firstly they had the Model S, which was, you know, tricky to get out, but they did it, and it did really well. And then they had the Model X, which was, I mean, it's a fantastic piece of engineering, but it's an unbelievably complicated vehicle, which I think in hindsight they probably would have made simpler, but they've got it now, and it's great. Driven a few of those actually as service loaners over the years, and I've got to say, I like them very much. If I had the money, I'd seriously consider it. But the real game-changing car has always been the Model 3, and it is, honestly. Okay, so they've had terrible trouble building up the production rate initially, because, as I said, there's a lot of capital that needs to be invested, a lot of factory and employees that need to be, you know, put in place in order to actually get to the point where you can make these things in a reasonably efficient and profitable way. But they seem to have got there, and the Model 3 is selling extremely well, basically wherever it sells. Ooh, we're up to number 6. We're getting there. I'm gonna have to transfer all of these files across to my phone using Wi-Fi as well in a minute. Woo. So anyway, on to the real point, which is that in the UK, in September, Model 3 was the most popular new car purchase, which is just mind-blowing in my opinion. I really quite something. I mean, EVs in general have done really well over 2021. It seems like almost as if the pandemic was a sort of an inflection point for the UK, although to be honest I think it had less to do with the pandemic and more to do with the fact that Teslas were finally available at a sort of cheaper price point than they had been. So here we'd had Model S and X for a while, but Model 3 sort of only really seemed to turn up in volume over the last sort of 12 months, and it seems to have really picked up steam. I see so many Model 3s now. I don't see that many Model S's, I don't see that many Model X's. Model 3s everywhere. It's just kind of annoying that we don't have the Model Y yet. I know there are lots of people out there who are clamouring for that to be released in this country, and I'm sure it will happen. And another thing, actually my mum noticed this, almost all new car adverts on TV are now for electric vehicles. So like last night I was watching a BMW advert and it was for the iX, which looks like a very interesting vehicle. I'd love to have a go in one of those. I need to get onto the BMW PR department. That looks like an interesting EV. I mean, all of these non-Tesla EVs have got that sort of big, what do you do about charging problem? But that is getting better slowly but surely. Things like GridServe are hopefully going to improve things considerably over the next 12 months. And, you know, it will get there. I have confidence it will get there, and certainly it's far better than it was when I started driving my Nissan Leaf, and basically the only quick chargers in the whole country were at Nissan dealerships. Now that was a faff. Yeah, whatever else you can say about Tesla, they have driven the EV market forwards to the point where it is quite clearly the direction that things are going, and all over the world more and more EVs are being sold all the time. And I'm not surprised, because they are fantastic to drive, and they're, you know, for the most part good fun and reliable and all the things you really want from a car. And they're a lot cheaper to run as well, which is always handy. And it looks like it's finished downloading, so I'm going to go back inside. I have a nasty feeling I'm going to end up using this app to Wi-Fi download dashcam footage every time I want it for the vlog. That's not the best. So basically I'll be getting home and then sitting in the car for about 10 minutes. Right, now we're off to go grab my mum and have some lunch in what's looking like actually quite nice weather. I love it when that happens. It was all horrible and misty this morning, and now stunning. Look, blue sky.
Look at the sun. It's amazing. Thank you.
2 menus. So we're just grabbing some lunch, and brought my mum along. Hello. And I'm testing out these wireless Go mics. So say something, Mum?
The sun's too bright.
Yes, apparently the sun's too bright. In fact, let's go over here and see if we can put the camera
at least
away
it's
from
shining.
me. Because these are wireless mics, which I'll be using for interviews at some point in the future. And also, I wanted to say, so what was the reason why you didn't get an electric vehicle when you got that B-Class Mercedes, apart from, you know, the fact that you had a great deal going with that?
Well, the main reason was I wasn't sure about the range yet.
Really?
Yes, because
you sure it wasn't the charging? Because it was the charging last time I asked you.
It was the charging and, no, but it was also...
And also the range.
It was the charging and also the range, and I had to be absolutely certain that it fitted into my garage.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
So you
sure
could
of all
charge
those
it.
things,
Yeah.
and I got a very good deal on my other car. So.
Yeah, those are all perfectly valid, decent reasons.
But in a couple of years' time, definitely I'm going to chop it in for an electric car.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
In September, what do you think the most popular car sold in the UK was? New car.
I don't know, but I hope it was an electric car. I don't know.
It was. There you go. So we've narrowed it down a little bit. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, who sells a lot of electric vehicles? What have you seen a lot of on the road?
Well, I only notice things like Teslas.
Right, fine. That's probably because
so
that's
it
mostly
is.
what it is. Well, that's not the exact car. It's a Tesla
Okay.
Model 3.
Okay.
They sold
Tesla
better
Model
than
3.
diesels in September.
Really?
I know, crazy, huh?
Well, the thing I really notice is the advertisements on television.
Yeah.
They are all for electric cars.
Yeah, I actually mentioned that earlier in the video.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah, I
right.
mentioned that you'd seen that.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Okay, here we go. So remember what I was just saying about Tesla Model 3s? What's
Yes.
that over there in the car park? The black car.
Oh,
Not mine.
not yours. Tesla Model 3?
Yep, that's a Tesla Model 3. Thanks, Mum. Very helpful. Hopefully this has all worked brilliantly and the sound has been great. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. If you have, remember to leave a like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already. The links are in the description. I want to say a big thank you to my Patreon supporters because you guys rock. And I'll see you all in the next episode of my vlog. Bye.